Breaking news. The second wave has begun. This is the emergency room. This is the line. It looks like a Walmart. It looks like a FEMA camp. But this is a big difference compared to the peak of the first wave. We captured this video back in February and March, and all of the testing centers were empty, ladies and gentlemen. But now all of the testing centers are full. And you have to ask yourself the question, with all of these videos that we're about to show you, why would these people waste their time standing in line in the middle of summer when they could be at the beach, when they could be at the mall, ladies and gentlemen? Tons of footage from around the country. This is Fort Myers, Florida. A long line over there. This is San Antonio. The video guy's on vacation. San Antonio, Texas, Walgreens. Huge line. Miami Beach. Huge line. Very huge, in fact. And the bigger the city, the bigger the line, ladies and gentlemen. And this is like something we've never seen before. It would be safe to say right now that the second wave has begun. How long will it be before everything shuts down again? This is not what you want to hear. This is not what you want to see, ladies and gentlemen. We've got more. This footage is from Kingston. And this is the line going around the Memorial Center. Here people are actually standing in line. You think they're going to a concert. You think they're going to a ball game. But all of this footage, and we'll show you where this footage comes from, is coming from testing sites. And just about all of them right now are going around the block. Have you seen an uptick of activity in your town, ladies and gentlemen?
Coronavirus testing. Streets are loaded, packed with people. Thousands of people. See right there, COVID testing.
Now, in this video, which is in Los Angeles at the Dodger Stadium, the former Dodger Stadium. In any case, the line goes for miles and miles. This is probably the most disturbing video of them all. Now, you have to wonder, why didn't people show up like this back in February and March? We had nothing but empty testing facilities. Video guys on vacation. We'll get back into the dancing nurses, but they're not dancing anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Seems like Dr. Fauci and Bill Gates' plan is underway. Look at this line. This is worse than a ball game. This is worse than a concert. And it goes on for miles and miles and miles. And you can't even imagine how hot it is in these cars. And of course, some people have been showing up at 4 a.m. to get in line, waiting all day. Why would they do that? Are they feeling something? Can they just not take it anymore? Has the social taboo been broken? Now it's okay to get tested before it wasn't? If they were feeling just fine, they wouldn't be standing in line. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the problem with all of these videos. This is from Westfield, it looks like, and the video guy's on vacation. But here, this is a giant parking lot, completely full, just one site. Westfield, Knox, wherever that might be. And we've got more footage. So this is like 4:45 a.m. People are lining up to get tested. What would drive a person to do that? Here's another line. This is at the Hard Rock Stadium. So now the stadiums are becoming testing centers, just all of a sudden jam-packed. This is the UTC COVID testing site, wherever that might be. We'll be getting into where this comes from.
This is the Orange County Convention Center COVID line. I've honestly, this has been here for months and I've never seen it this long before. It's a bit concerning. Yikes!
And it's not just in Orange County, it's everywhere right now in the big cities. Now, we've been talking about what makes the symptoms worse, and we've been talking about what you can do to make the symptoms a little bit better. But going back to the beginning of this disease, it was clear that this was a bioweapon meant to infect every man, woman, and child on Earth, and it has. And it did so back in February and March, and they let it just walk in. And then we found out that Dr. Fauci and his agency paid for gain-of-function research of coronavirus at the Wuhan lab. So it's not just like any kind of research at any kind of lab. It's research at the facility that released the virus, a virus that they were researching specifically. And this is just like the firefighter that sets fires. You've got the virologist releasing viruses, and then they come on television like they're there to save you. This is a war crime, what has happened to every American, to every citizen on the planet. You know, releasing a bioweapon, even during a war, is a war crime. Bioweapons are not allowed. And here they've released it on the entire civilian population for their eugenics program. They're out to kill everyone, ladies and gentlemen. And again, it wasn't like this back in February and March. Remember these videos of the nurses dancing? The empty facilities? We covered this in quite a bit of detail, ladies and gentlemen. But here you can see various testing sites around the country completely empty. And it was during the period where people were filming their hospital, and it was empty. There was nothing there. It was a ghost town. And people were like, there is no virus. But looking at the footage that was coming from China, it definitely looked like there was a virus, and not just any kind of virus, but a virus that escaped the lab. It looked like Fukushima. Everybody was in spacesuits and the like. And it looked very serious. And it was rather surprising to see no one at our testing facilities. And yet they were screaming, you know, tens of thousands, 100,000 people killed. There's still many things that we don't know about this virus, ladies and gentlemen. But what we do know is that we're seeing the effects now. And this is another death tower burning to the ground. Of course, cell tower radiation weakens your immune system, ladies and gentlemen. And the big telecoms don't want you to know. Video guys on vacation.
So this is where I'm at. This is on Lamar. This is the end of the line, and then it wraps around, and that's the beginning. And then there's cars behind me as well. You can see them.
So this was some girl.
So this is where I'm at. This is on Lamar. This is the end of the line.
So this was some girl complaining about a 4-hour wait to get tested. And it seems like this is happening in more and more locations. Now, you've been hearing about the numbers going up. And this is why we decided to start looking at testing sites. And let's see if we can pull up some of these references from our website, stfnreport.com. But, you know, all of this is from the past couple days. All of these videos that we just showed you, June 24th, June 24th again. This is June 26th. This was yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. And June 24th. So it seems like there's been an explosion. Now, did they reactivate with the death towers? We don't know, but this is all very recent. Past couple of days, there's a huge uptick of activity at these testing sites. Now, you're going to have to watch our previous videos on the pandemic to really understand how bad you're being screwed by the system, ladies and gentlemen. But these people are out to get you. Make no mistake about it. And this is their virus. We paid for it, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody should be upset here. Everybody should be showing up somewhere with the guillotine, demanding justice. If this government has infected everyone, what are the implications of that? They just let it in. They made sure everyone would get infected. We've been covering this since pretty much the first day of the lockdown in Wuhan, and we called, you know, the outbreak months before it happened, just by looking at the severity of the footage from China. Now, again, this is what the testing sites look like in February, March. Nothing. Ghost town. Nobody showed up. But obviously something is going on, ladies and gentlemen. And our recommendation is that if you're starting to feel the effects of something mysterious that's just lingering, like mono, then check out our video description on the ScrewTube channel. The links will be on our website, stfnreport.com, or on our Twitter feed. But you definitely want to get some magnesium and B vitamins in you. That'll bring your energy back. And you want to follow a regimen of natural anti-inflammatories like turmeric and baking soda. Get plenty of fresh air. Avoid volatile organic compounds. Get plenty of sleep. And the like. Eat well. Take care of yourself. Make it a priority. And limit your dose, because it's floating around everywhere right now. And the less you inhale, the better it is. Wear your mask in public places. And this isn't trying to be cute. This is the best advice anybody can give you until we know for sure what's going on.
This is where I'm at. This is on Lamar. This is the end of the line.
This is the end of the line, the beginning of the end. It's only going to get worse because we know that this virus is cut with HIV and with rabies. That means people will never really have immunity to this virus, like AIDS. People will continue to get reinfected, and every time they do, it'll cycle through their entire body, attacking the circulatory system, the kidneys, the liver, the brain, and it's causing rage. You think these riots are about George Floyd? It's something else, ladies and gentlemen. Video guys on vacation. So this is some very disturbing news, a big change from what we've seen up until now. It is breaking news. The second wave appears to have begun, and mostly in the big cities. Now, we know that there are numerous cofactors that make the disease worse, such as vitamin deficiencies, as well as polluted air and high doses of radiation. You'd be surprised what you're getting dosed with your phone just watching this right now. You'd be surprised how bad you're getting dosed with the routers and the death towers out there, and it's weakening your immune system. It's making the situation worse. And so our advice is to cut out the EMF from your lives, get some fresh air, get some sunlight. That's a very important ingredient in managing this disease. 10-15 minutes of sunlight on your entire body, as much as you can. And you should really be doing the best you can this summer to really be at your peak strength for this coming winter, and prepare for this winter, ladies and gentlemen, because a third wave will probably be coming, and things will get shut down again, and then they'll be pushing their virus, or their antivirus, come November, the vaccine. Bill Gates' new antivirus, the vaccine, is coming. Be ready for that. Be ready for the goon squads to show up at your door for mandatory testing, for mandatory vaccines. What is going on? Is anyone ready for the Boogaloo this July 4th? They'll be suspending your July 4th in certain places. They've already suspended your Constitution, your rights. What's next, ladies and gentlemen? Bring the guillotine. Why the pandemic? We've covered this before. This is Fauci's virus. We have the receipt. They let this virus in on purpose. They gave everyone the wrong advice. They knew it was airborne from day one. And they told you you didn't need a mask. That's why you're going to be there this July 4th. That's why you're going to bring the guillotine, because of the pandemic, because of what people are going through right now and what they'll be going through. And you might think there's no virus, but you'll think differently soon. And don't think that these people are just waiting in line trying to get a tan, ladies and gentlemen. These people were waiting in line to get tested because they feel like they're infected. And that's essentially what we're finding out. Perhaps the taboo is fading away and people don't mind getting tested now that everybody else is doing it. But undoubtedly, all of these people are feeling symptomatic. And again, if you're feeling low on energy like mono, take the magnesium. That's what they recommend for mono. This virus seems to be cut with mono as well. And it cycles every day between 4 p.m. and sunset. People will feel it until they start taking the magnesium. But check out the list of plants and anti-inflammation herbs. This virus, this disease thrives on inflammation. Disease management has to be your number one priority here until we can really figure out what's going on. And waste management is very important. Auto-infection through urine and fecal clouds is a very real thing. It'll travel from the digestive tract right back into your respiratory tract through poor disease management. So we'll leave it there for this broadcast. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Remember, this is the epic struggle of good versus evil. These cult members that are in charge of our government are out to get you. They're trying to groom your children, molest your children, turn them into Luciferian atheists, ladies and gentlemen. They attack us wherever we go. They're anti-life, they're anti-creation, and they're anti-Christian. Never forget that. Till the next time, if you're listening to this, you are the resistance.